Well, hello everybody. Hi, my name is Nisi. I'm a spiritual reader from out of Atlanta, Georgia. Um, Today I am very excited to do a reading. Well, I can say an update on Zayn Malik because I just got in my newsfeed that him and his girlfriend are expecting their first child together. Also, I had already done a reading on Zayn Malik love life and career. So I did kind of got a prediction from the card that that he's going to become a father or be married by 28. Um, but that's from what I got from the last reading that I did, and I just got the news feed that they're expecting. So that's awesome. But let me go ahead and do this update. Because the first card I pulled up was the Sun. And this card is in reverse, and it means negativity, depression, sadness. He might have a significant difficulties finding a positive aspect to the certain situation. Um, there's a lot of I'll say that with their relationship, love relationship, him and Gigi, I feel like there are a lot of people around him as like they're not just him. I think the both of them they're not very supportive of their relationships. So or what the decision that they're making, it can call it falls into depressions, and I would say that's not healthy coming from family and friends. So let me move on to the next card. The next card is the Queen of Wands. And this card is also in reverse. It means selfishness, jealousy, insecurities. So all the feelings, emotions, aspect that it brings, this card, it pretty much sets on I feel like people are not being supportive. Um, that's from what I see from this card. It's just too many of people have. I just say too many of people have to have a say so in a person relationship, and that's not cool. I think there's too many people in their business. That's what I see. Also, another card I pulled was the Four of Cups. You gotta excuse my nails. I'm quarantined, you guys. The Four of Cups, and this is upright. And this card means he may be feeling apathetic, or regardless of what happens, whether the day is good or bad. None of it matters to him at this moment. He's to the point is like whatever it is, what it is. I see that, but I do know that he does fall in depression himself, and he does worry about what people feel because he be looking for a person, or not just a person, friends or family for their support. So that's from what I get from this whole aspect of the whole reading. But let me move on to the next card. The next card is the Four of Pentacles, and this card is in reverse. So this card means instead of being positive, he becomes greedy and succumb to stinginess or hunted by certain fears. Um, I feel like I'm trying to get his reading in place because too many people, like I said, it's in their business. It's not just that you're gonna find he's the public figure, so people are gonna find out regardless, and everybody is pretty much has a say so. And I feel like with their relationship, it caused a lot of negativity. So with me pulling the Four of Pentacles, um, he is being hunted by certain fears. Um, and it's not just him. Gigi too. Uh, right now they're not. I mean, there's not enough people who trying to be positive. They're being very negative towards them. So they're not positive, or they're not sure what they got going on in their relationship. So they're just linger off of what other people think, which is that's a bad thing. You shouldn't linger off of what people think. You go for what you feel. In life, we all gonna make choices. It may not be right at the time, or may be wrong at the time, but this is one thing about living, is for you to make a mistake, and if you make a mistake, it's always time for you to come back and correct it, to correct what you have done in the, in the beginning, or when you made that mistake. It's always time for you to come back and try to change it. um but let me move on to the next card, and then I'll give you the whole, uh I'll give you my own feelings of it. This is just from the cards, you guys. So let me go to the next card. The next card is two the Two of Swords. This card is in reverse, and it means the lesser two evils, no right choice. It's a stalemate of a legendary kind, one where two forces are battling each other. Let me explain this to you. So it's the lesser two evils, right? So both of the two. Okay, so you have Zayn and Gigi. Okay, these are young people. Okay, they're both gonna fight. They're both gonna have disagreement. Okay, they both are not. They're both too young. They're experiencing a lot of things in life now. It's just young people have a way of doing things totally different than when I was young. I did some crazy things myself. So I feel like they're with them. It is what it is. They're just going to keep on continuing what happened. From what I know, let me tell you guys. I'm gonna put this card down. Now, when I found out that he was expecting his first kid with her, I did see some comments that people was not happy. It was very sad. They wasn't happy because they don't feel like, I think I heard that they was in a relationship. They was in a relationship with each other for a long time. They break up and get back together. That's from what I heard. But for me pulling this card, this is what I feel, that they both are going to have their ups and downs. They're gonna be like I said, it's gonna be fights. Um, it, I hate to say this because I didn't want to be right, but I feel like this is what makes them complete with each other. I may sound ignorant for saying this. I know people be like, "What?" I don't get it. What I'm saying is, these are two people who, for some reason, if they were on and off, they keep coming back to each other. I think they love one another. That's how you learn your relationship. Sometimes you have to go through some ups and downs in a relationship where you can have a steady relationship in the long run, if you know what I mean. So let me move on to the next card. The next card is the Eight of Wands. And this card is in reverse. I'm sorry, this card is up. No, it's in reverse. The Eight of Wands is in reverse. So it means panicking, waiting, and slow down. There's a possibility that he may be feeling frustrated. He might now see that he needs to set in emotions to be a little more clear. Could I say more than he's trying to actually he's feeling frustrated. He's feeling that I feel okay. He's panicking. All right, you found out your girl's about to be pregnant. Okay, I guess that could be what it is, or it's not. From what, like I said, too many people are invested in their relationship. So this is where these two are allowing people to dictate their life, and you shouldn't do that. Um, people people in life have to find out how to deal with things on their own. Rather, sometimes you have to, like I said, mess up to get it right the next time. So I feel like with this card, the Eight of Wands, it is in reverse. So I mean, he's panicking. He's waiting. He's trying to slow down. Trying to not to keep things to keep him trying to keep things on a steady pace instead of in a full speed, because it's frustrating. Um, and I feel like it's with both of them. So they really has to think about their future, I'd say. Um, or just try not to even be. There's a lot of things they have to do with their relationship. I feel like they need to. I think, well, they already know they need to slow down, because it's too much, emotions going on, and it's very frustrating, especially when for Zayn point when I did his first reading, he were pretty much um, a little stressed or scared of what's going to happen in his career. Pretty much from what I'm trying to remember the reading, but I do know that he has some type of struggleness with it. So I feel like they all gonna him, let's say Zayn and Gigi, they're gonna have to actually take a breather and calm down on a lot of things. So let me move on to the next reading. Um, the next card, The next card is Eight of Cups, and this card is upright, and it means time for change and transition by means of walking away from something. Um, I guess they're gonna be walking. Let's just put it like this: they're gonna both have to tune out what people think about their relationship. They don't have time to even be, because right now they bringing in a new life, and they're trying to not be bothered or get stressed by other people, you know, um, opinions. So I'm going to go on to the next reading. Next card, the Eight of Wands. Not the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, the Seven of Wands. This Seven of Wands. This card is upright, and so this means you need to go through struggles just to maintain your position rather than attain it. You have to face it to continue on having a success. So, like I said before when I did his first reading, there is always something that a person's career does fall a little bit. I don't care how much money you got. It's just the way of how you're gonna keep it. Put it like that. So he gonna have to go through these struggles. They both gonna have to go through these struggles to maintain a uh, positive. They're gonna have to maintain a positive situation. I wouldn't say that. I'm saying this wrong. Oh my God. They're gonna actually try their best to um, not worry about the past. I would say that. So they're gonna really have to understand to go through these struggles to maintain their positions, because they're in the public eye. They both still in their 20s, late 20s, I could say. So it's a lot, when you got so much going on as two young people. So they're gonna have to face it. They have to continue on. That's how they're gonna succeed. So let me move on to the next card, and that is the Temperance. And this card is in reverse also. It says reflection of something that is out of balance and may be causing stress and anxiety. Again, I'm going back to my Seven of Wands. They're gonna have to learn. This is the Temperance. It's in reverse. So this is the card I pulled before the Temperance. So like I said, the 7 of Wands. So they're gonna have to go through struggles just to maintain their positions rather than to attain it. Yeah. So they're gonna have to face it and continue on success. This is what they're gonna have to do. Now they're gonna still have. Let me turn my I write down my reading. Anyway, so they're gonna have to they're gonna have to look at the reflection of the reflections of their problems or whatever, however they put it in their relationship. So if something is out of balance, they're gonna have to fix it. So, but this is what causing them to have the stress and anxiety. They're both in their relationship, because too many people are in their business. I would say that. So they're gonna have to learn to walk away, but it's still gonna be all that negativity, all that people opinions gonna actually be causing their relationship to go in a bubble sometimes. So when I say in a bubble, I mean it just makes them go on high. They don't, make a person not really tell other people their business anymore, which will be a good thing. I would say, because sometimes people are too invested in your life. So that these two are pretty much gonna have this issue where there are too many people invested in their business. Let me get to the next card. The next card is the Hermit. And this means you are in a situation where you like to be alone. Again, they're going to end up wanting to be by themselves. They're going to end up isolating themselves away from certain people to just keep themselves, to keep them focusing on their career. And like I said, they are expecting to have a baby. And there are people who are not happy with them bringing a baby into this world. I think a lot of people are looking at, or I would say friends and family too, are feeling that they're not ready to be parents, and that's what I got out of these cards. I feel like with Zayn and Gigi, I think I'm saying her name right. I would say they just got too many people invested in their lives. I don't know too much about Gigi, but from what I feel is that she's just a young girl who just living her life. I think the baby will calm her down. Well, sometimes when you don't did all your partying, then when you sit down, when a baby comes, actually you have to sit down. You have to be a mother. So I feel like she's gonna have a lot. Her growing up is gonna come through her child. And then with Zayn, I feel like he will be very happy as being a father, but I think he's gonna be worrying about again his career. And I don't feel like this was planned. I don't think it was planned. No, so this was unexpected with these two. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Uh, so I feel like One Direction. Huh, let me tell you. The group of One Direction. I don't know too much about these boy groups. I don't. They're like the same age as my niece. So anyway, but I'm sure Zayn and Gigi are going to be fine, but they're gonna have too many people invested in their relationship. It will cause them to have moments where they have to go at each other because somebody gonna always have something to say. They listen to each other, friends and family, a little bit too much. So if you know your significant other, I suggest you and your significant other deal with your own problems than allowing people to come in your business. So thank you very much again. Y'all have a nice day or morning or night. So please like and subscribe again. Until then, take care.